Hello everyone and welcome to this somewhat dubious quality webcam video. Most of it's going to be on my monitor, so don't worry too much. This is a video I'm just making quickly post live stream, so for those of you who don't know, I do live streams every Friday, Twitch TV/SeanJS. We always do GameMaker stuff, and I figured after that live stream, what I should do is I should give you guys a bit of an update on what I've actually been doing the last couple of weeks and why you haven't seen a tutorial video from me, and probably won't for the next couple of weeks because I'm working on something kind of big and exciting that is basically going to mean lots of tutorial videos. So a lot of you already know about this because I announced it on the community page, I announced it on my Patreon, I've talked about it lots in live streams and stuff like that. But not everybody sees everything, so I figured it was a good idea to put out a video for you guys to show you what I've been working on. So if I just pop over to my monitor, here we go. Cool, so I've been working on an action RPG. So I've kind of been making a Zelda-like game, because this was voted for by my Patreon supporters. I wanted to do another series, like the complete platformer, so I put out a poll for my Patreon supporters of a series of topics that I could cover, and they wanted to see the action RPG, so they wanted to see like a Zelda-like game. Also available as like a turn-based RPG and a bunch of other tower defense and lots of other different stuff, but people really like the RPG idea, so this is what we're going for. It's starring my cat, Lulu. She's the main character of this, and I'm drawing all the artwork myself, I'm doing all the code myself, drawing everything myself, which is meaning it's gonna take a while. Okay, so let me just show you the plan. This is the plan for the game. So you're going to start in a village, and there'll be an NPC who's lost a hat in a cave, and your job is to get the hat back from the cave. And we're just going to use that setup and 4 areas to sort of demonstrate all the various different tropes and things that you might want to know how to do if you're making an action RPG. Okay, all the really basic stuff, and then some more kind of specific niche stuff just to show you how to expand upon the basics. Okay, so we're going to have a cave that's blocked Dodongo's cavern style, and you have to get a bomb and break it open. And then a bit of water in the cave that you have to kind of hook shot across by getting enough money from fighting slimes or something here to buy the bombs or the hook shot from the shop, okay, to come do the thing. Then you go and get the hat back, bring it back to the NPC, and then the system is set up so the NPC can be like, thank you, and then he's got his hat on from there, so we've got kind of a permanence going on, right? I don't think I have to explain all these things. The ones that are grey are the ones I've already added in, so you can see there's still quite a lot to go. Even this isn't quite finished yet. This is what we were actually doing today on stream, so we were working on that system. Yeah, but let me actually show you what we've got in here so far. And if you are a $20 Patreon supporter, this is actually available to you now. Like, you can go and get this code as it exists. There's no tutorial or anything yet, obviously. But all the code I've written so far, like, I'm trying to make sure I export it every week and upload it so top Patreon supporters can get access to it. So you can see we've got this dude, or dudette rather, my cat Lulu, who can run around and do this little dodge roll, although I've only animated it sideways at the moment, so up and down looks a bit weird, and same with diagonal. And we've got some collision, and we've also got some smooth movement and like corner detection in the collisions as well. So if I walk right on this corner here, it'll move me up, because we can assume that if the player runs into this and they're just holding the direction, they probably don't want to just run into the wall like that. If they're right up here and they only just touch it, they probably want to skirt past, so we let them do that. So we'll have there'll be a video talking about the collision and how we do that, and how we set stuff like that up, because it's cool polish. We've got a signpost over here. If I select that, we get some messages that pop up one after the other. We can also edit the backgrounds of those text boxes and do some other cool stuff with them, but we'll be more on that later. We've only just kind of sort of finished off the basics of how that works at the moment. Okay, and that's really all there is to it at the moment, so there's not a whole lot, just sort of 8 directional movement. You can ignore the sort of red dot as well, that's for what we did today for detecting the signpost and stuff. And you can walk around in the water as well, which you won't be able to do later. I've set up like the rooms and stuff on a basic level, and shop and the cave are just black, so I don't have any tiles for them yet, but then we've got the river, which is like that other area from from the document here, so that's why that's going to be. Okay, so that's what I've been working on. It's going to take a while, as you can see, because I've got to do all that artwork. As you see, I've only just done I've crossed out roll, but I've only done one direction for the roll. I need to do up and down next, okay? So there's a lot of stuff, both in artwork and in code to work out. And the code will take longer to write than it will take to do the tutorial for, because I need to make sure it's good. I need to make sure it's like modular enough, but not over-engineered and not too long and too difficult to explain. So there's always there's the magic tutorial balance when it comes to writing code, that you want it to be elegant and correct and the modular and the right way of doing something, TM. But you can't always get everything perfect and make it viable for a good tutorial, right? There's the constant tension between those two sort of things. So striking that balance is hard, but it's something I'm working really hard on for this series, and I'm hoping it's going to be really good. The plan for this is to not do what I did with a complete platformer, which is basically get like half of this done, and then start doing videos, and then kind of wing the rest in a way. Vaguely knowing what I'm doing, but like every now and again having to go back and redact things or change things around to make things fit. I want to make this all, I want to finish it all ahead of time. Okay, I'm going to finish it all, and that's including the videos. I might go back on that, so I might finish all the code and then just start making the videos and releasing them. But my plan is to make all the code and make all the videos. Okay, like just make everything so that I've got this giant stack of content, and then it'll come out on YouTube. Like every week there'll be a couple new parts or whatever, and it'll eventually all come out. And if you're on Patreon, the idea is you get earlier access to that. In fact, what I hope to do is, so Patreon people, the moment it's all done, will just get access to the full thing right away. But there's some work I need to do into making sure that's viable, and that's like a feasible thing that I can do. So we're looking into that. As I said, if you're a $20 supporter, you can already get the code that I've done so far, and you can see it develop. Patreon supporters are always getting my blog posts every week and getting more updates on this stuff, but I want to do this stuff on this channel, like this, every now and again, just to kind of keep you guys up to date on what's going on. Okay, so I hope that was useful for you. I hope that helps explain what I'm doing at the moment, and hope it means you'll forgive me if I'm not doing constant tutorials every week, but I am trying to do more live streams and more sort of dynamic content and things like that, that will hopefully help fill that gap in. I've got a lot going on this year. Me and my girlfriend are starting to look for a house, so I've got that all going on, and yeah, I've got some contract work and others. It's going to be pretty wild, but this is kind of my main focus. Right now, this is my main focus. My second focus is Poke as well. That's a big thing for me this year. So like that, any given time in a week, I'm either working on this or I'm working on Poke for the most part. That's my life right now. Okay, so yeah, that's what's been going on with me. Hope that was useful, and I'll catch you guys next time.